Welcome back. This is Ray with the Ray's Engines. Today I'm going to be talking about engine combinations. Big blocks, 540s, 555s, 572 combination. These are actual proven dyno combinations. So if you follow these steps, you put the same type of parts in there, same cam, same head, same compression, you're going to get the exact same results as long as you tune it accordingly as well. Tuning is a big thing. So if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And give me a thumbs up. That thumbs up does help. So give me that thumbs up and share this video. This is for you so you can build your own combination and go out there and either drag race it, street race it, whatever you want to do with it. If you want to just have that amount of power and just go to a cruise, these massive engines, you're gonna hear them coming. You're gonna hear them coming blocks away inside. So I'm gonna put one of these in my 55. I'm gonna show you my last one. The last one that I'm gonna show you is gonna be my combination, and it makes a lot of power. So you're gonna see how much compression makes a huge difference. Compression does make power. Rule of thumb is for every point of compression is 20 extra horsepower. So in other words, if you go from 9-0 compression to 10-0 compression, that actually adds 20 additional horsepower. Another thing that does add horsepower is racing fuel. It gives oxygen to the engine. So that is another thing that I have actually seen that makes 20 horsepower above one without that racing fuel. So let's go ahead and get started. The first one is the 540. On this one's a low compression. This is a 9-0 compression. So this one will be good if you was to add a power adder. If you was to put a pro charger, a blower, a turbo, it would make a whole lot more power just because of low compression. This one had trick flow heads, and the runners were 320, and the valves were 225, 188. This one has a hydraulic roller cam. It's a comp cam. You do want to run a hydraulic roller now. Reason 4 is the oil is real. It doesn't carry that zinc in it. They do carry small bottles of zinc that you can add to it if you run a flat tappet. But if you run a hydraulic roller, you don't have to worry about the oil so much. Anyway, the duration on this one is 236, 242 at 50, and the lift is 521, 540. As you can see, this is a very small cam. The lobe separation is 110. And this one was run with the TMG and had a 950 carburetor. And you can see it's very, this is the cam lift. That's more of a small block cam, but that's what they used on this one. This same combination for the heads, they changed the heads out to this one, and they left the same compression. But the heads they changed them out to dark. Pro ones, which are aluminum, and 345 runners, which that's a lot of runner for the compression. It's 230 valves, 188. And then the cam, this one they went solid roller. And also a comp cam. And the lift on this one, well, the duration is 271, 280 at 50, and 742, 715 lift at 112 lobe separation. That's a lot of cam, very low compression. But then this one made 777 horsepower at 6,600 RPMs. 681 torque at 5,600 RPMs. This one up here made 635 horsepower and 640 it made at 5,700 RPMs and 646 torque at 4,600. So as you can see, I mean, the horsepower is not that great. 635, some might say, well, they're okay with it. I'm not okay with it. It's not enough power. Just because the dark block, Broadix block, all those blocks are going to be heavy. Those are extra larger blocks. They're going to be a lot heavier. The compression is very low. Cam's so small. The heads are, I think they're too big for it, but then you change out the heads and you put larger heads, a larger cam, but yet you leave the compression that low. You're still making 777 horsepower. Now we're talking. Now we're talking good horsepower, low RPMs, but look at the torque. Almost 700 foot-pounds of torque at 5,600 RPMs. It's great, but that's a lot of cam. And I don't care for that combination, but I just wanted to show you what a 540 does with that type. So let's go ahead and go with the 555. This one made a lot better horsepower, but then again, here's the compression, 11-to-1. And keep in mind, all this was run on pump gas. Even the 11-to-1 compression was run on pump gas. This one had old port heads, and this one had the AFR, the new version. This one had 300 runners, and it had 230, 188 valves. The cam for this one was a crane, and of course hydraulic roller. All of these you're going to see either hydraulic roller or solid roller. This one 270, 282 at 50, and the lift on this one was 680 on both ends, and 115 low separation. The induction on this one was a Victor with Wilson spacer. And a 1050 Dominator. And the compression on this one was the horsepower was 773 horsepower at 6,400 RPMs and 699 torque at 5,400. As you can see, 773. Here you're looking at 777, but of course this one's higher compression. This is a hydraulic roller cam, smaller cam than that one. This one's going to be better on the street. Reason why this one's going to be better on the street is because the cam itself, it's a hydraulic roller. You don't have to be setting valve lash. You can just turn it on, drive. You don't have to worry about it. This one over here, you will have to set your valve lash. This one's going to be a lot harder on your valve train. This one's better on the street. I know 11-1 compression, you might say it's a lot. It's on the tune. That cam itself will bleed off some cylinder pressure, which you'll be fine at 11-to-1 compression. You'll get to see what I'm going to run on mine. But this one's 773 horsepower at 6,400 RPMs. Look at the torque. You're looking at almost 700 foot-pounds of torque at that low RPM. This one will put you back on the seat. This is a good combination. I like this combination. I probably would have ran a different set of heads. I probably would have ran the rectangular myself, but that's just my opinion. You run what you want. I'm just here to give you the combinations that actually work. You decide which one is best for you. So let's go to the next one. We're going to go with the 572 now. So here we are at the 572. This one's 9.9 compression. The heads on this one are RHS. All these are aluminum heads. None of them are cast iron heads. This one's 360 runners. And as you can see, now we're going with the larger head because we're going with the larger combination. And 230, 188 valves. This one, of course, hydraulic rotor. It's a comp cam. And 248, 258 at 50. This one's a smaller cam at 613 on both ends and 108 low separation. The induction on this one was a Victor Jr. and a 950 HP carb. No, that's not the horsepower. It's 950 HP carb. Here's the horsepower. The horsepower on this one was 717 horsepower at 5,900 RPMs. 709 torque. As you can see, the torque, because it's a larger engine, look at the torque compared to all these. This one's at 56, 681. At 46, 646. Look at this one. At 4,300, 709. At 5,400, almost 700. But it being a larger engine, it's going to make more torque. This one's going to put you back behind the seat. But then you're looking at the horsepower. But as you can see, at 5,900 RPMs, you already have 717. This one's 773. You still got to rev it up some more. The bad thing on this one is the cam is too small. You got massive heads, large heads, but you got a small cam for it. Carburetor, I guarantee you, if they would have put a 1050, as you can see, they put a 1050 carb here. If they would have put a 1050 carburetor on here, you would have made more horsepower. If you would have raised the compression on this, as you can see, difference in compression. But again, this is a good combination. This is a good daily driver. I would drive this one. My choice, I would take this one. Just because the amount of torque, you're going to feel that, especially on the street. But then again, I would change out the cam. I would get more compression, so I would just change certain things. So again, here's 3 of them. Now we're going to show you, actually this is 4 of them, because this is two and 1. Because all they did on this one was change out the heads, the cam, and look how much horsepower difference it made to that one. This one I don't care for because it's too low compression. Then again, the only way I would pick this one, if I was going to add a pro charger, a blower, anything like that. A turbocharger, if I was going to add a power adder. Because if I did that, then I'd be over 1,000 horsepower on this one, easily. So I'm going to give you 2 more, and these, of course, make the most horsepower out of all of them. I'll leave this one here so you can compare that 572 with the other ones. Because the other 2 are going to be 572s. The first one is not mine, but the second one will be my combination. Yeah, that's the 572. The compression on this one is 10.5. So now you know this one's going to make more horsepower than this one. This one has dart heads. This one has 355 runners. Has 230, 190 valves. And this one has a comp cam hydraulic rotor. 271 at 274 at 50. 680, 647. That's the lift. And 112. The induction on this one is a dart intake. And 1150 Dominator. So looking at that, you know this one makes more horsepower than that one. I'll show you mine. Mine's right here. It's a 572 as well. I kind of messed that one up, didn't I? So and then compression I'm running on mine 12. The heads I'm running on mine are robotics. The extra heads, which are 360 runners. And I'm running 230, 188 valves. I'm running a hydraulic roller as well. Mine's a comp cam. And this one I just had it made at 260, 270 at 50, 676 at 659 lift, 108 low separation. Mine, I'm running the GM 572 intake, which is the bow tie intake. And I'm running a Demon 1050. So here we go on this one. This one is making 820 horsepower at 6,400 RPMs, 738 foot-pounds of torque at 5,200 RPMs. Yeah, I made a mistake on mine. I'm running 1150 Demon on mine instead of a 1050. Yeah, not sure why I put a 1050, but it's 1150. So as you can see, 820 horsepower, 738 foot-pounds of torque. I mean, that's a lot of torque. This is what's going to move you on that seat. This one, as you can see, the compression, the cam's too small on this one. If you would just raise up the cam, this would be a great combination as well. It's still good the way it sits, but as you can see how this one works, 680, 647 lift, 112. This is a great combination. Pump gas friendly all day long. And this one, 12 0 compression. I don't know why I did that right. It's 860 horsepower. I didn't put the RPMs on there. RPMs. So there you go. And you might say, well, how can you run pump gas on this one? Just the cam itself, 260, 270 at 50. That's a lot of, it's going to bleed off a lot of cylinder pressure. Also on this one, what I did, it was 12-to-1 compression, 12-0 compression with the 40-inch thick gasket and 118cc heads. I put 119cc heads. I know that moves it just a little bit, but the gasket thickness, I put a 51. So that changed my compression as well. So I'm looking at roughly 11.5 compression on this one. So I can still run pump gas on 11.5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it. I'm going to put 93 octane. All these are going to require at least 93 octane. I'm going to run 93 octane. If you haven't seen that race gas that you can purchase in the bottle and it mixes it up, you can make 112 octane on it. I'm going to mix that up and I'm going to see how it runs. I'm going to check the spark plugs as I'm running it, testing it, making sure everything works good. If I don't see any detonation, then what I'll do is I'll go to pump gas. I'll run it like that, see how it does. If I still don't see any detonation, then I'm good. If I do, I'll back off the timing a little bit and check how it runs. And if there's no detonation, I'll leave the timing there. If for some reason that I can't get the timing, all that, the tune correctly to run on pump gas, then I'll mix it up with race fuel and pump gas. But I know it's going to run on pump gas. I'll keep you updated on that. And I'll show you the spark plugs as I take them out so you can actually see it, that it is running on pump gas. I have another video of the build to show you all the parts that I did. I even put part numbers on there so you can see the part numbers. I'll have it running here, I'm going to say in a few days. I'll have it fired up. I'll make another video of it so you can see this one run. So you can hear it and see how it sounds. And then I'll keep you updated as we get it back in the 1955 Bel Air. That's what that one's going to go in. So here's good combinations that you can use yourself. Hopefully this helps. And this is what you can build on your own. You can just go to the same parts. If you use the same cam, same head, same compression, you're going to get the same results as long as you get the tune correctly. Make sure the tune is good, and that'll be the same parts. If you got any questions, give me comments. You can comment on my page. I'll get back with you. I also have a Facebook page, Ray's Engines. There's a 55 on there. There's an airplane as my profile. I may change that profile from my airplane back to the 55 so you can see it, or I may put the 572 and you'll see the 572 on there as a profile. So again, this is for you. I'm here to help you. You help me because I put these videos up and also get good comments. I have other guys that tell me, well, this works this way. As I did a video for a 572, a bow tie block. It was cracked. I was able to repair it because this other guy was able to tell me, hey, this is how you repair it. So I'm glad he told me that. That helped me. So that's what I do here, is to help you. So give me a thumbs up and share this video. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.